So, where do you see yourself, music-wise, like by the end of the year, with your work, with your new videos that you're gonna release? What do you see, or what's your achievement that you see?
Every time I put out an album, I start working on a new album. Like I started working on a new album the other day. 2 songs done. Um,
Damn, that's fast, man.
yeah, so it's just like, I mean, you want to keep it going and give yourself a chance, because I always drop November 11th. So I'm trying to drop something this November 11th. But I have documentaries about to come out. Like I said, a TV show, American Vinyl, that hopefully if TV picks it up, that I'll be on that. So if everything works out in God's favor, and faith without works is dead, meaning you have to put the work in first. So if it works out with all the work I put in, I see myself just having a new fan base, and performing a lot more and getting booked a lot more. And if not, I'm just going to keep working as hard. I do not want to give up. That's what a lot of people mistaken is, like, oh, it didn't happen right now, so let me give up. I would never in my whole entire life imagine I would be here from where I came from being shot in the streets, from gang banging, and being in Asbury. It's a square mile. That's how big the town is.
Yeah.
Nowhere near that I thought I was gonna be up here in this YouTube space doing an interview. You know what I mean? And I'm here because I just keep putting the work in.
Dope.
So hopefully, whatever I have a goal, it exceeds that, which right now it exceeded it.
And sometimes even giving up for a month or slowing down in a month could impact you a lot because other people are also running to the end. Everybody's running, and we can't take that risk of even stopping for a month. You consistently working on an album, dropping two songs for the next one, music videos you gotta edit. You can you say you're before camera. You say your videographer was too booked, so you start editing.
Yeah, and my videographer was my little brother, Fly Reg, ACL's Films. But he, like I said, I have 11 brothers, so he's working on my little brother, Two Foreign video.
Dang.
He has 10 more shoots already lined up. He's doing my brother's baby shower. So I'm like, yo. And then I told Rob, the camera guy over there, I'm like, yo, let's get an in studio video. Let's get some video shots in New York, and I'll edit everything. You guys can help me edit if you want to, and I'll put out a song for the new album. And the funny thing is, that's not all I'm doing. I'm actually working on a book. Title, I mean, we're working on it right now, but it's a fictional book. It's an adventure. It's something totally different, but I just want to, I want to please everybody. I want to do something outside of the box. But like I said, I'm doing so much right now, and something's gonna hit. And if it doesn't, at least I have a legacy that I've done something.
Wow. Crazy how you just took that word legacy out of my mouth, because that was exactly what I was just about to ask. And I was going to ask it in this form. I was just putting this together before you even said legacy. I was going to say, subconsciously, do you think that all your work and everything you're doing, apart from being successful, is just to create your legacy? Do you think that's actually your motive and your final, what you're actually working? Do you want to just create a legacy instead of just achieving at the moment?
I never ever thought about legacy at first. I want to say this. I mean, just step back for a few. I have an uncle. His name is Neil Anderson. He played for the Chicago Bears. The running back after
Nice.
Walter Payton retired. He was running back number 35. He played for 5 years. He quit because he didn't want to get injured. And I used to watch him on TV, and I'm like, wow, my uncle's on TV. My dad's brother's on TV. Brought my dad an all-white Cadillac, white spokes. I'm like, my dad was so proud of that before he passed, and I'm like, wow. And it kind of made me like want to be bigger than life, because I'm like, if someone in my family could be bigger than life, then we could be bigger than life too. So as I was growing up and I got into street life, I thought my legacy was my last name, which is Anderson, where in this town, which is Square Mile, everyone knew us for gang violence, for getting shot and not dying, because like most of my brothers been shot or stabbed, whatever like that. And we were always in the paper, nothing but bad stuff. And our legacy was bad, so I'll clip all the newspaper articles, all the bad things like getting locked up, stuff like that. And then once I got shot in front of my mother, which happened in 2010, like a couple months after that, it made me realize, because they raided the house and they kicked us out of the house, and I felt bad for that. And it made me realize, like, is that the legacy I'm gonna leave my mom? Really a bad legacy? So I turned over a new leaf, and I was like, you know what, I want to leave her a good legacy. So as I started doing better and better and better, and then Dark City Lights hit the newspaper, I posted it up and laminated it. Something else at the newspaper, posted up and laminated it. And I have the bad articles at the bottom in like a photo album, all the good articles for people to see when they come in. And then it went from my mom not being able to post anything really about her sons on Facebook to now every time I look up, she's posting me and she's posting me and it's posting me. So it was more for my mom at first. And then I was like, wow, I'm going to leave something crazy when I leave here. And I think my first song I said, Dark City Lights got me a documentary. I was being humble when I said I run a city. I worked for it. I worked on it. When I leave this earth, my name going to have some worth on it.
Nice.
And the song is called Earned It. And at the end of the day, that was the last song I did a week before I dropped the album. And I wasn't even going to put that song on there. And I was like, wow, that's what everything earned means. Like, you earned it and you're going to leave a legacy on this earth, whether you achieve it right now or later. Yeah. And that's all that matters, because you can't take the money to the grave with you.
Right.
I mean, you can't take jewelry to the grave with you. And if you do, it's a waste. So at the end of the day, I want to leave something for my families, my nephews and nieces, for anyone. Like, I looked up to my uncle, and I never even met him, but to look up to him, I want people to be like, yo, that was my uncle. Like, I have a niece that goes to school. Like, my uncle is Bulletproof Belv. He chills with Fetty Wap and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy that she's saying that about me. And at one point in time, I didn't even want to be out for the block.
My brother, that's really inspirational. That's coming from Jersey, you know, and you being so open to sharing your stories, you know, and seeing how you switch stuff from, you know, the newspaper articles to the positive articles. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother.
I appreciate
really,
that.
I just want to thank you being an example, first of all, you know, which is really inspirational. And before we end, you know, let's just talk a little bit more about what projects, what kind of projects you're gonna give your fans, you know, music-wise. What are we expecting for the new album that you're working on? And now that you drop the last one with that title, do you have a title for this one?
No, I don't have a title for it yet, but I think, no, you know what? I think I do. And what I do is, like, Everything Earned was always my title for the last album I just dropped last month. And then I was like, maybe I should change it. And then once I started working on the project, I'm like, it fits everything I'm writing down. So it's supposed to happen like that. So right now, the title I have in my head is Achievements. And I'm pretty sure it's going to stay that way, or it's going to be like Achieved or Achievements or something like that. And then as I'm writing, like right now, the first song I wrote is called Love Hard. And that sounds like something that could be on achievement. Like, I achieved, like, loving someone hard or finding some love. That's making me love hard. So it's just like, I think Achievement is going to be next one. Projects I'm working on, like I said, I got a book probably coming out in 2020. That should be finished up soon. We're working on a music video for Earned It. That's the first song off for Everything Earned. It should be out next month. If so, I could probably put it out on the first if I edit it quickly. We're going to do a video for We Just. All the females love that song. A video for 10 Summers, 10 Winners. Expect me to do a lot more shows. Expect me to just be more out there. And then expect some of this stuff on TV or Netflix to really be out there soon. I can't name every project because, like I said, a lot of people are still working for deals for them, the directors and stuff. So I'm going to be on a lot more stuff. So hopefully they love it, what I'm doing though.
Bulletproof Belv, straight from the YouTubeSpaceNY at EXPRESATE TV, sharing that incredible story, my man. Incredible. Hopefully, we'll be able to see more in depth with your documentary, right? That's gonna cover many of those.
Covering me performing live, covering me backstage, covering. They got a lot of stuff I didn't want them to get, but I mean, it's good though.
And even when they do a documentary about your life, it's gonna be long. You have a big family, man.
Actually, the funny thing about that, I have a documentary that I was doing since I was young. I actually filmed a lot of stuff when I used to live in the hood.
Nice.
I never ever in my life thought anything was gonna happen with it, but it's like I'm pretty sure now that everything's coming to a head with all this music stuff that someone's gonna resurface with all the documentary. I still have it, but somebody's gonna resurface with it. So
I'm just gonna end this by saying that when the game of Monopoly finishes, everything goes back to the box, but they won't forget the player. Bulletproof Belv in the building, man.
Thank you, y'all, for having me, man.